You're gonna hate Season 4. Don't get me started on a certain episode in Season 4. Spoilers. Some of the episodes in Season 4 sucks. And get ready for Soul Crusher and Queen Banana. 7:30. If you want all you to fuck off, then don't watch Season 4. You're going to suffer when you watch Season 4. You hate Season 3? Watch Season 4. As a Cat Noir fan, I guess I'll hate Season 4. I hope soon you make video about MLB Season 4. I love your videos, lel. Looking forward to see Lemon Grab in Season 4 videos. Yeah, Miracle Queen sucked. I hope Season 4 can redeem it. When will you start watching Season 4? And Season 4 is even worse. Have you watched Season 4? Now I really want you to talk about it. I, for one, cannot wait for Cyrus to see Season 4 and how Marinette acts. He will be very pleased with some of it. Dude, maybe you should consider watching Season 4 one of these days. When are you going to watch Season 4? I was waiting for this one. By the way, Season 4 will be upsetting. Me watching Season 4 episode good luck, buddy. Season 4 is already out. When are you going to watch Season 4? Laughing my fucking ass off. You're such an idiot. Hello guys, my name is Cyrus and today is the day. I'm finally going to talk about Season 4. I've been getting a lot, and I mean a lot of requests for this. A lot of you guys say that Season 4 is going great, while a bigger majority of you guys say that it sucks. Well, we'll see about that. Am I going to talk about every single episode in this one video? Nah, just the first 5 episodes. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about a particular blonde girl. Madonna. Miraculous Loserbug has always been an addicting show to watch. I know it's bad, I know I hate it, but that's what makes it so interesting. It's so bad it's good. Season 1, guilty pleasure. Season 2, pretty good. Season 3, see you in hell. Season 4, let's see. A lot of people were very happy with this episode. And that's cool, man. This can be like your favorite episode ever, but I'm so sorry because I did not like it. I really wanted to like this episode, but I didn't. This episode is all about CreepyNet having a hard time balancing her superhero life and human life. She is now dating this guy. Oh shit, I forgot his name. Luca! Yes, Luca! Yes! Whew! I can't believe I still remember. I honestly forgot he existed. We'll talk about him later. After a while, Luca wants to know the truth about why she's disappearing all the time. CreepyNet won't tell him the truth, which causes him to transform into a Stan user. What? You didn't know it was him? Weren't you a fucking witness? He attempts to find out the truth about CreepyNet, and the truth about his father for some reason. Loserbug and Cat Noir managed to beat him. In the end, CreepyNet broke up with Luca, and Luca reconciled with his father. CreepyNet cries and the episode ends. Where do I begin with this? Well, first off, let's talk about Luca. Some people actually wanted me to make an entire video about my overall thoughts about Luca. You know what? I'm just gonna do it right here, right now, because I honestly don't have that much to say about him. Here's the truth. I never really cared about this guy. Like, why is he even in this show? Tell me why. Tell me why. Because he has a purpose. His entire purpose is nothing but to convince the audience that Adrian is maybe, just maybe, not CreepyNet's true future husband. For me, a better way to develop CreepyNet is make her love herself instead of moving on to a person that I don't care about. Seriously, I seriously think it would have been so much better if CreepyNet just moves on from Adrian, realize that what she's been doing is so unhealthy and wrong, and just live life to its fullest. That would have been a really good message to teach not only to kids, but to everyone. Everyone in the world really needs to learn this lesson. You don't necessarily need to have a love partner just to be happy in life. I really don't know why they felt it was needed for CreepyNet to move on to another guy who was boring as hell. Like, who fucking cares about this? Just please cut this out and have a more focused baby show. Anyways, let's get back to Luca. The real reason why I think he's boring is because, well, like I said, he's nothing. He doesn't really have any characteristics that makes him interesting. Other than, I like music, I like CreepyNet, I like supporting my lesbian sister. Fucking hell, that's actually all I can say about him. Oh, shut up! Well, I guess the other thing I can say about him is his supervillain and superhero design are both really good. But who fucking cares? In this episode, thanks to my sweet lord, Luca finally became interesting. But, as usual, the execution forced my thumb to give in to the gravity of the earth. The execution was so meh that in the end, I ended up not caring about Luca once again. And that's just sad. I really wanted to like this guy, but I just can't bring myself to do it merely because of the execution. Let us analyze Luca's execution in this episode. In this scene, while Luca wants to know the truth about CreepyNet, he out of nowhere, and I mean out of nowhere, mentions that he never knew his father.
You know, I never knew my father.
Wow, what a totally amazing, excellent discovery. Not!
Where the fuck did this come from? It is the most out of nowhere thing I have ever seen in my life. I know they were trying to make Luca interesting, but the fact that this just comes out of nowhere and the fact that this was never ever mentioned before just doesn't make me want to care. I honestly think it would have been so much better if he mentions the fact that he never knew his father during the first episode where he's introduced for the first time. That way, it can make me care about him. It can make me think, oh, I want to know more about this guy. Who is this guy? Who is this guy's father? I want more episodes of him, please. When Luca finally knows the truth about his father, I didn't feel anything other than emotions that I wasn't supposed to be feeling.
Why would you hide this from me? And why did you abandon me?
Why did you abandon me? So you're bothered by the fact that your father abandoned you? I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Because you never brought that up in the first place. Way before this episode, Luca seems like a chill guy who likes music and CreepyNet. I never thought of him as someone who really wants to know stuff about his father. This is another thing that just comes out of nowhere. And also, this episode is about Luca finding out who his father is? I thought this episode is about CreepyNet trying to balance her superhero life and human life. It would have been a billion times better if these ideas and concepts were executed in multiple episodes. But instead, they had the balls to just shove it all into one episode. It's just like the episode Ladybug, one of the worst episodes in Miraculous history. There was just too much going on in that episode. Adrian making CreepyNet a charm, Lila getting CreepyNet expelled, the annoying Alia investigating, Natalie attempting to get Loserbug and Catmore's Miraculous, Loserbug and Catmore realizing that the Ladybug Centimonster is not that bad, the Ladybug Centimonster got Thanos snapped, Adrian threatening Lila to get CreepyNet back to school. Way too many things going on just like this episode. CreepyNet trying to handle being a guardian, Luca and CreepyNet's relationship, Luca trying to find out the truth about CreepyNet, Luca trying to find out the truth about his father, CreepyNet and Luca breaking up, Luca reconciling with his father. So much going on. You cannot expect me to enjoy playing 4 video games at the same time, and you most definitely cannot expect me to care about all of this all at once. I am not a supernatural being, I'm a normal human being, okay? Jeez, look, it's fine if all of these ideas were executed all at once. If this was a 1 hour long movie or a 1 hour long TV special, but it's not! It's a goddamn 20-minute episode of a crappy TV show. At the end of the episode, after witnessing all of this, I still don't care about Luca. Because 1, I never did care about this guy in the first place. 2, I don't care about the fact that he never knew his father, because that was never brought up before. And 3, so what?
So what?
So what if he finally reconciled with his father? I never cared about this in the first place because, like I said, this was never brought up before. There was never any emotional build-up to this. Well, actually, yes, there was an emotional build-up, but it was just executed so fucking poorly as usual. I'm sorry, but it's just really hard for me to care about something that just comes out of nowhere. Luca back then is a meh character. Right now, I still think he's meh. And I am not taking back what I said, dude. Needless storylines, needless side plots, needless characters. Luca was and still is a needless character. I seriously do not know why he needs to be in this show, when CreepyNet could just move on to Cat Noir, a much more interesting character. Or maybe, just maybe, move on by loving herself. I really don't think they needed to make this guy in the first place. I know I sound so harsh right now, but please believe me when I say I am not. This is the real me. 0% harsh, 0% naive. This is me talking right now, okay? Not my other personalities. And according to me, a person who is not being harsh and naive right now, I don't care about Luca, and I don't think I ever will. Top 3 greatest mysteries of all time. The existence of Bigfoot. The dark matter. Why do people care about this guy? Well, maybe someday I will care about him. This is just episode 1. Season 4 is not done yet. We'll see what happens. Now let's get to LucaNet. This is the episode where LucaNet officially and canonically ended. Just like Luca, this is something I don't care about. Let's talk about the way the ship started sailing. It all started in Captain Hard Rock. Captain Hard Rock. You know, looking back, that's a really dumb name. Captain Hard Rock. Oh, but Hard Rock? What the fuck? Hard Rock? Captain Hard Rock? Let's move on. Adrian couldn't attend band practice, and it made CreepyNet realize, oh, maybe we're meant to stay away from each other forever. And I agree with her 100%. A normal boy and a stalker who passionately stalks on that normal boy should most definitely stay away from each other forever. CreepyNet then meets Luca, and she immediately likes him because he's nice and very gentle and he likes the music of Jared Rock. You're a funny girl, CreepyNet. And that's the beginning of LucaNet. That's literally my initial reaction to when I first saw this. How would you expect me to get invested in this when I barely know anything about this guy? This is not how you make a good ship. If you want to make this a good ship, make both of these characters interesting. That way it can actually make me think, oh, are they going to get together or not? I really want to know. If one character is interesting and the other is not, I wouldn't care. Now let's talk about the way this ship ended. It is once again, way before this episode existed, CreepyNet and Luca were just friends. As far as I know, this is the one and only episode where they are officially a couple. And at the same time, this is the one and only episode where they broke up. If you really want me to feel emotions for this breakup, let alone care about this breakup, then I suggest fleshing this relationship out in multiple episodes. That way I can actually care about this. But no! They were just too lazy to make multiple episodes for the sake of fleshing things out. For the sake of character development. For the sake of ship development. LucaNet is a ship that I don't care about, and I don't think I ever will, even after its demise. But I will say this. It's definitely better than Adrianette. Bottom line, this episode sucks because it failed to make Luca interesting. It failed to make this relationship interesting. And it failed to make this breakup interesting. This episode tried to be interesting, but it failed. The only good thing about this episode is, honestly, CreepyNet. In this episode, I don't hate her. In fact, I liked her in this episode. Yes, I know what she did to Luca. She broke up with him, but that's fine, because it actually made sense. Despite the fact that I don't care about it, the reason why this breakup happened is very understandable. And that's a good thing, because it made rational sense, baby. She did that for the sake of keeping him safe from Shadow Moth. By the way, Shadow Moth? Shadow Moth is a stupid name. In the end, she ended up crying. And if you don't already know this, I like watching her suffer. Because I can finally see her human side. And also, I for one, most definitely don't blame her. I don't blame her for breaking up with Luca, and I don't blame her for crying. Okay, maybe she does deserve some blame, but most of the blame should go to CreepyNet. I'm so sorry, I had no idea that it's this hard to be the new Guardian. I'm not going to call you CreepyNet and Loserbug anymore. I'll call you Marinette and Ladybug, because you deserve my respect. I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 10. Pretty good. Now let's get to lies. This episode is basically this episode, except it focuses on Adrian now. Oh my god, an episode about Adrian? About freaking time? Why did it take them so long to make an episode like this? No, seriously, tell me why. In this episode, Cat is bored. Very, very bored. Due to the fact that Ladybug barely shows up. He got so bored that he decided to move on to Kagami. Kagami keeps on changing Adrian's schedule for the sake of third base. But nope, that can't happen because he's a superhero. And we all know superheroes can never get laid. Well, except for Batman, I guess. Well, he's not super. Just like Luca from Truth, Kagami got tired of Adrian disappearing all the time. She ended up believing that Adrian is lying and got akumatized. And she transforms into lies. I must say, she looks disgusting. In the end, as usual, she got de-evilized. You know what? You know what? I'm not saying de-evilize anymore, okay? Because 1, it sounds stupid. 2, it sounds stupid. 3, it sounds stupid. 4, it sounds stupid. 5, it sounds stupid. Oh, shut up. Shut up! From now on, I'm saying purify. In the end, Kagami got purified by Ladybug. Kagami and Adrian broke up, but Adrian doesn't give a shit, apparently. And the episode ends. I think this is slightly better than Truth, because it's actually a lot more focused this time. The episode is about Adrian's relationship with Kagami and Adrian's partnership with Ladybug. Nothing more, nothing less. Just like Truth, this is an episode where a ship, Adrigami, officially and canonically ended. So let's talk about it. Adrigami is a pretty damn good ship, simply because these two characters are interesting. Adrigami started pretty good, because it actually makes so much sense. Adrian loves Ladybug so much. Why? Because his friendship with her means everything to him, and he really wants to be more than just her friend and or brother in arms. He got rejected so many times and became depressed. When Kagami steps in, she taught him a lesson about changing targets or whatever. He gives her a red rose and realizes that maybe, just maybe, it's time to move on. Am I right, Rockstar? Please move on from GTA 5, please! 8 out of 10, a pretty good start. How it ended. It's just the same as Lucanet. It's a ship that hasn't been fleshed out enough. And then it just ended like that. I hated the way this ship ended. I would even say I despised it. Lucanet, I don't care about that, but Adrigami is something that I care about. That's why it pissed me off so much that this ship ended in a terrible way. How it ended. Kagami broke up with Adrian because she has been lying so much for the sake of third base. She's been lying for the both of them, but she believes that he's lying because he doesn't want to be with her. Kagami gives him his charm back and they break up, without even remaining as friends. After that, Adrian acts like he doesn't give a shit about what happened. Wow. Just wow. Just fucking wow. So all of this meant nothing to you? At least in the end of Lucanet, Marinette cries and admits what she's been doing. But Adrian doesn't give a single fuck. You don't give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck, I just came to party!
This episode really makes him look like an asshole. For the first time ever, I actually don't like Adrian. What the hell? From the moment he asked this man to get angry, to the moment he broke up with Kagami and not giving a single shit. Wow. Bottom line, the way Adrigami ended sucked. Because unlike Lucanet, it didn't have emotions. The fact that Adrian didn't give a single shit about what happened blows my goddamn mind. Am I supposed to believe that all of this truly meant nothing? Huh? I love you, Adrian, but don't ever act like this again, okay? I actually expected him to cry or at least be sad about what happened. But now, he acted like... He acted like nothing happened. One last thing I gotta talk about. Lies is an awful villain. Every time she's on screen, I just want to fucking kill myself. Shut the fuck up! 4 out of 10, would watch it again. Next! Gang of Secrets. This is an episode that made a really big progress in the story. It starts with Ladybug acting like an asshole. Cat Noir is very concerned. He believes that she just recently broke up with someone. He says that he will always be there for her. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Her friends are concerned as well, but as soon as they enter her cave, Marinette tells them Marinette tells them that she doesn't want Marinette tells them that she doesn't want to be them. Marinette tells them that she doesn't want them to be her friends anymore. I honestly don't blame you, Marinette. That's what it takes to be the guardian of the Miraculous. Difficult choices, sacrifices. You did the right thing, dude.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Later, all of her ex-friends got akumatized all at once, and they all transform into their already used supervillain personas. Ladybug managed to capture Lady Wi-Fi, while Cat Noir just fights them all at once. What a badass. And people say Cat Noir sucks? You suck. After giving Alia a therapy session, Alia managed to break free from Shadow Moth. I'll never get used to that. Ladybug had the balls to say that she's the very first one to do that.
No one has ever done that. You're amazing!
You know what? I don't blame her. She wasn't able to witness this. In fact, no one was able to witness this, except Gabriel. But I know for a fact that she isn't the first one to do it, okay? It was Chloe. After breaking free, she gives her the Fox Miraculous to transform into Rena Rouge. Wow, it's been a really long time, huh? If you guys don't already know this, way before this episode, I never cared about Rena Rouge. I don't hate her, I don't like her, I just don't care. Because her build-up was... And she masters her superpowers just like... that. The very definition of Mary Sue. Not to mention, she barely appears and was barely mentioned in the show. So please tell me, how can I possibly care about something that's so bland and that barely appeared and mentioned in the show? The answer is simple. I really can't. Thank God that this episode finally gave Rena Rouge a proper emotional build-up. I actually felt something when she transformed. I felt happy for her. Even after being heartbroken by her best friend Marinette, she trusted Ladybug because Ladybug trusted her. She called Ladybug her friend for trusting her, because that's what friendship is all about. Trust. For the first time ever, I finally like Alia and Rena Rouge. Yeah, I know, it's unlikely. This just goes to show that everyone can be redeemed. This is how she should have been introduced in the first place. Not like this. Oh, you want to help me? Hell yes! So after transforming into Rena Rouge, she helps out Ladybug and Cat Noir. As usual, they won. In the end, Marinette says sorry to her friends. And they forgave her. You're such a lucky bastard to have such forgiving friends. I mean it, you're so lucky. Not like me. I'm sorry guys, okay? I said I'm sorry. Can we please move on? Can we still be friends? Alia then stays with her as she breaks down crying, admitting that she's lonely, she's a liar, she broke Luca's heart, and says that she's drawing the line on Adrian. God damn it, I just love watching her suffer. I love seeing her as a real human being. I can finally relate to her. I can finally sympathize with her. I can finally... I can finally... love her. Yeah, it's true. For the first time ever, I love Marinette. Not only because she understandably cries a lot, but also because she finally makes sense. Breaking up with Luca, breaking her friends' hearts, not being there for Cat Noir, it all makes sense. And when something makes sense, it's automatically good writing. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter if it makes sense. The execution matters, and in my opinion, the execution is great. Marinette finally has good writing, and that's why I love her now. This episode is going great so far. So much emotions, so much action, so much drama, so much sense. It is everything I have ever wanted for a Miraculous episode. An emotional, action-packed episode that makes a lot of sense. It's overall amazing. I would honestly consider this to be one of the best episodes in Miraculous history. This video, I admit, it doesn't hold up. About 50%. Rena doesn't suck anymore, Rena is not a waste anymore, Alia doesn't suck anymore, Marinette doesn't suck anymore, Ladybug doesn't suck anymore. Everything is going great. However, I should clarify that I love this episode up until the very end. Because after feeling so much wonderful emotions for the characters, after forgiving Marinette for being a terrible character, after loving Alia for the first time, after loving everything that's been happening so far, I am somehow reminded that this is a bad TV show. Because the episode ends with Marinette telling Alia that she is Ladybug.
Marinette, I'm your very best friend. And I am Ladybug.
Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Why? Why did you do that? Why did you tell her that? Why reveal your secret identity to Alia? Why out of all people, Alia? Why Alia? Why? Tell me why!
Tell me why.
No, seriously, tell me why!
Tell me why.
This makes absolutely no sense at all. Reveal yourself to Alia? But not Cat Noir? Even though he's trusted you so many times that... But even though Hawkmoth knows who she really is, and I really cannot compute what just happened. The writers of Ladybug, you guys were doing great so far, but how the fuck did you guys fuck up so bad? Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Tell me why you would reveal yourself to Alia. Because you were feeling lonely? Because you desperately need help? Because you trust her? If that's the case, then why not tell Cat Noir that you're Ladybug as well? Why can't you trust him? He was and has always been there for you. Earlier in this episode, he said... He said that he'll always be there for you. How could you just ignore his existence? He helped you so many times. He trusted you so many times. He died for you so many times. He has done so much for you, and yet you trust her more than him? Fuck you! And also, why would you still allow her to be Rena? Why? Tell me why!
Tell me why.
I appreciate the fact that you're giving out so much emotions, but for the love of God and all that is holy, please try to make sense. The entire episode makes sense except the very ending. The ending completely ruined everything. It completely ruined not only this episode, but also the entire series. Chloe, Kagami, these gals used to be superheroines, but they can't be superheroines anymore. Why? Because Gabriel knows who they really are. Because the public eye knows who they really are. It's too dangerous for them to keep on going. The same thing can be said for Nino, Luca, this guy, and Alia. In the god-awful season 3 finale, Alia's secret identity was revealed right in front of Gabriel, and yet even after that, she still allows her to be Rena? What? You just contradicted yourself and the entire show. Never be a superhero ever again if Gabriel or the public eye knows who you are. Am I right or am I right? If the answer is no, then why the fuck did you change the rule? Is there any narrative reason to why the rules have changed? Or is this just another case of nonsensical, hypocritical bad writing? Am I supposed to believe that this never happened? Am I supposed to believe that Cat Noir means absolutely nothing to her even after everything he has done for her? Am I supposed to be a stupid moron in order to love and appreciate this show for what it truly is? Reveal yourself to Alia and allow her to be Rena again? You trust her more than Cat Noir? You still allow her to be Rena even though Gabriel knows who she really is? But you said in the season, it's somewhere in season 3, you cannot allow Chloe to be Queen Bee ever again because Gabriel can use that to trap you. Am I right? Am I right? The writers of Miraculous Ladybug, will they ever get anything right? She allows her to be Rena again even though Gabriel knows who she is, even though the public eye knows who she is. Okay, so why not get Chloe and or Kagami back? Let them be Queen Bee and Ryuko again. Oh, but Cyrus, Gabriel knows who they are. Even the public eye knows who they are. I don't care! I don't fucking care, because apparently she doesn't fucking care. So why not get Queen Bee and Ryuko? They have been a great help for you. Or maybe, just maybe, reveal yourself to your devoted partner since it's okay to reveal yourself to Alia. Shut up! And I thought I actually love her now. But no! I think it's just my destiny, my prophecy to despise this woman with all my heart until the very end of time. I have never seen such a terrible, hypocritical protagonist in my life. No more Marinette, no more Ladybug. I dub thee Mary Shit and Lady Bitch. Because you really are nothing but a stupid fucking bitch full of shit. I will never, ever forgive you, you fucking cunt. So that was Gang of Secrets. Started out pretty great, ended up being dog shit. I have nothing else to say about this except a massive fuck you to Mary Shit and Lady Bitch for being an absolute hypocrite and an asshole.
Everybody knows that she was Queen Bee. Everyone, including Hawkmoth. He could use it to trap us. It's too dangerous for you and your loved ones because Hawkmoth knows that you're Queen Bee. But Hawkmoth knows who you are now, and keeping one's true identity secret is a very important rule among superheroes. And I am Ladybug.
Alia and Rena, I don't hate them, they're fine. But Mary Shit and Lady Bitch, I hope this sword of Damocles falls upon you while you're still young. I can't believe I'm saying this. I really can't, but I have more respect for Lila Rossi than I do for you, fucker. 2 out of 10, absolute masterpiece. Next! Mr. Pigeon 72 is absolute garbage.
Absolute garbage?
Where to begin with this atrocity? It starts with Lady Bitch making something to prevent Gabriel from re-akumatizing people again and again and again. Right now, my thoughts about Lady Bitch can be perfectly summed up by Uncle Roger.
Everything wrong? Nothing you do can save you now?
I mean it. I mean, Uncle Roger means it, but I really mean it. Nothing can save her now. Nothing. No matter what she does, no matter how many amazing things she's going to do, she will never, ever earn my respect ever again. As someone who believes in Christ, I thought being irredeemable is impossible. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't know. I didn't know that being irredeemable is actually possible. Who is irredeemable? I'm looking at her right now. If she is going to lose against Gabriel, I will honestly be so happy. I am rooting for the villain now. Even though he's boring and tiring, I want him to win. Because Lady Bitch? How the fuck would you expect me to root for her? Huh? Lady Bitch is trying to make something that she's been trying to make for so long.
I knew you were hiding something from me and it drove me crazy.
But I had to keep it a secret.
I know, girl, but now that I know the truth, I got your back.
Ugh. What did she say?
But I had to keep it a secret.
I know, girl, but now that I know the truth, I got your back.
Then why can't he know the truth too? He can help you too. He has always helped you, so why can't he know as well? Tell me why! Is it because the writers still want this stupid thing to stay? So Alia tells her to rest. Lady Bitch refused to catch a break, but now she does want to catch a break after hearing the fact that Kagami and Adrikins aren't seeing each other anymore. Lady Bitch is surprised and immediately goes outside to find Kagami. Once she found Kagami, she deliberately forces her to get back with Adrian, like a real friend. While she is trying so hard to get them together, Kagami keeps refusing. Now this, my friends, is what you call harassment. And also, I just want to point this out. Forcefully insisting your friend to get back to his or her ex after recently breaking up, this is not what a good friend does. You wanna know what a real good friend does? Let it be. Exactly right. Stop forcing her to get back with her ex because that truly makes you look like an asshole. And if you're still wondering why I hate Mary Shit so much, take some normal pills. After this guy transforms into Mr. Pigeon for the 72nd time, Mary Shit saves the day. But Adrian wasn't able to help because he was transformed into a Raven-Pigeon hybrid. So she asked Rena for help. Even though Gabriel knows who she is now, I don't care anymore. Let's move on, okay? Let's just accept the fact that Mary Shit is fucking hypocritical, and let's accept the fact that Gabriel is blind as fuck and move on, okay? Okay, after the battle, she pulls out a magical charm. She gives it to this guy so he can never be akumatized ever again. We'll talk about this stupid thing later. Oh look, a brand new design, yay! Why only now? Whatever, I don't even care anymore. This does not make me want to respect her again. It's just her suit looking cool for the first time, so what? I don't fucking care. In the end, Kagami, instead of punching Mary Shit in the face or kicking her in the balls,
Kick her in the balls!
after being embarrassingly embarrassed in front of her ex, after all of the embarrassment she put her through, I must warn you. This is the worst. No, this is one of the worst moments in the entire series. You want to see it? No, yes or no? I'm gonna show it to you. Here we go. She tells her that Adrian is perfect for her because she has always been the one who's been stalking on him. Kagami believes that a normal boy and a stalker who stalks on that normal boy are made for each other. I am not making this up.
You're the one blushing and stuttering and saying silly things every time that you see Adrian. You're the one who knows his schedule by heart for the next 3 years. You're right, Marinette. Adrian is perfect. He's perfect for you.
Kagami, are you okay? Are you? Is your head in the right place? Did you forget to take your normal pills this morning? Because obviously you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not thinking straight. This is so out of character for Kagami. After Mary shit completely embarrassed Kagami in front of her ex-boyfriend, she didn't even get angry at her? Not even a little? No honor? No self-respect? No dignity? What the actual hell? Imagine your friend passionately forcing you to get back to your ex. How would you feel, huh? If I were you, I would feel like someone who wants to destroy everything and everyone. So the episode ends the same way Origins Part 2 ended. The rain and the umbrella, yeah, you know.
They really are made for each other. Tatsu, let's go.
I love you, Kagami, but don't ever act like this ever again, okay? Have some dignity, babe! So that was Mr. Pigeon 72, a horrific piece of shit episode that I honestly wish never existed. 3 out of 10, better than Gang of Secrets. Now before we get to the next episode, we need to talk about the magical charms. How is it made? After the battle with Mr. Pigeon, Rina tells Mary shit that she is way too focused on being a guardian, that she actually forgot that she is Lady Bitch. She then explains that there isn't anything in the spell book, because there was nothing to find. This book is nothing other than what the Guardians know about the Miraculouses so far. Because she is Lady Bitch, and her power is the power of creation, she can create. Her only limit is the ones she puts on herself. In summary, Lady Bitch can create whatever she wants. She has limits only if she says she has limits. In other words, she has no limits. So she then creates this thing called magical charms. What the hell does it do? It's to help people from getting akumatized. Oh sorry, I mean re-akumatized. This can only help people from getting re-akumatized. This cannot help people who has never been akumatized. I asked you guys a question about the magical charm thing. A lot of you guys say it's bullshit. You know what? I'm sorry guys, I should have come up with a different question. Because magical charms aren't bullshit. Lady Bitch's powers are bullshit. This can only help people who has been akumatized before. This cannot help people who has never been akumatized. Then why can't she just make or maybe upgrade this magical charm thing? Upgrade it to something so it can work on people who has never been akumatized before as well. She can create whatever she wants, right? You can do that, right? You have no limits, right? Your only limits are the ones you set to yourself, right? So just make another type of magical charm or upgrade this magical charm of yours. Or how about make a shadow moth tracker, an army of robots, an entire universe? You can do that, right? You have no limits, right? Her powers back then were kind of simple. But now I just want to jump off a cliff. If Cat Noir can't do anything new with his powers unlike Lady Bitch, then I was right. These two are not equal. Most definitely not equal. Lady Bitch and Cat Noir, worst duo ever. So and Minami, best duo ever. Also, why only now she has discovered she can do this thing, but not back then? Because she wasn't a guardian, dude. Dude, she doesn't need to be a guardian in order to do this. She just needs to be Lady Bitch. She has always been Lady Bitch. So why couldn't she do this before? Oh wait, I know why. Because she never had a wise mentor. Bottom line, magical charms aren't bullshit. Lady Bitch's powers are bullshit. It doesn't make sense anymore and it's way too OP. I guess the writers needed to do this, so they won't have to keep on reusing the same villain again and again. That's totally fine, I just didn't like the execution as usual. It's so confusing, so poorly executed, so hard to understand in my opinion. And when something doesn't make sense, it's automatically garbage. Unless if it's meant to be a mystery or a really small part. Is this meant to be a mystery or a really small part? I don't think so. And now you guys might be saying, well, Cyrus, if you're really having a hard time understanding this, then why not do some research on it? Ask some questions. It's common sense. If you don't understand something, research it. Well, if a TV show requires me to do some research just to understand what the hell is going on, then that only means one thing. It's a TV show. Think about it. Watching a TV show, fun. Researching, not fun. Put them together. What do you got? Bullshit. And that, my friends, perfectly sums up her powers and the entire series. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. If I'm ever going to make a Miraculous fanfiction, I would most definitely not include this. If you guys are ever planning on watching this episode, then I recommend just watching the first 5 minutes, or the very end. That way, you don't have to experience such bullshit. Fuck this, next episode! Now that we're done with episode 4, let's move on to episode 6. I'm very well aware that 5 comes after 4. I know that, we all know that, but dude, I swear I'm not making this up, there is no episode 5. But there is episode 6, 7, and 8. Basically, this episode is about the return of Master Never thought I'd see you again, you fucking cunt. I just want to get this off my chest. These fucking Kwamis, I want to fucking crush them to death. But not Plague. I love Plague. After visiting Master Mary Shit goes to her room and meets Master Su-Han. Supposedly, he was in charge of the mother box way before the incident that stupid cunt made. And I am calling him by his real name, because he most definitely earns my respect. Because unlike Master he is wise. He actually teaches Mary Shit lessons about the mother box and the Miraculouses. He tells her that Kwamis aren't allowed to live outside the box. He tells her that only responsible, disciplined adults are allowed to use these powers, and most importantly, he tells her that Master is incompetent.
He's lost some Miraculous too? He's even more incompetent than I thought.
Finally! About time he gets called out. I just knew that this guy is a fucking idiot. From the moment I first saw him, I knew something was off. He knows it too. He even calls him whiny chicken legs. How appropriate. What's even more cool about this guy is that he actually knows how to resist an akumatization. My anger is mine, but I'm not my anger. That's like saying I'm with the Force and the Force is with me. Oh my god. I still remember that movie. Oh no. Oh. Wow. I'm going to give myself some credit for remembering a boring, forgettable movie. I'm touching myself tonight. Anyways, let's get back to focus. Su-Han asked both Lady Bitch and Cat Noir to hand over their powers, because according to his wise wisdom, only adults that are actually trained and disciplined can use them. They refuse to give in, and they fight. Su-Han got outsmarted for some reason, and started to get pissed. Shadow Moth... You know what? No. I'm not calling him Shadow Moth anymore. I'm just gonna... Gabriel, okay? Gabriel is fine. Shadow Moth... cringe. So Gabriel attempts to akumatize him. Thanks to him being an actual trained guardian, unlike this moron, he was able to resist it. Master got akumatized for the first time, and he actually looks cool. That is the one and only time I compliment him. They fight in the soccer field. Su-Han, instead of running away and hide like the master of fucking things up, he actually tried to fight back. Yes, I am very well aware that he failed miserably, but at least he tried, okay? At least he tried, unlike you know who. In the end, after Master got purified, Su-Han apologizes for not being able to trust her a while ago. And he also says that Master wasn't wrong to choose her. He says that he was wrong about him. Are you kidding me? I actually like you, dude. Why did you have to say that? I still like you, but not as much as before. Please call him whiny chicken legs again. It's funny. He says that he will keep watching over her and is willing to take back the mother box if she made one big mistake. If she made one big mistake? Dude, she already did. Revealed herself to Alia. Anyways, the episode is done. I think it's okay, it's fun, and it's interesting. I really don't have any major complaints or high praises for it. It's just okay. Well, I guess I do have at least one high praise for it. Suhan! This guy is so awesome and so interesting that I honestly want to see and know more of him. Oh, wait. Why can't we have good things, Miraculous? Why? Tell me why. 6 out of 10, it's okay. So those were the first 5 episodes of Miraculous Season 4. Absolutely fucking horrible. Truth was way too forced. Lies is just like Truth but way better, that's not saying much. Gang of Secrets destroyed the entire series. Congratulations. Mr. Pigeon 72 should have never existed, and Furious Fu is okay. I don't hate Alia anymore. Adrian is fine. Kagami deserves better, and I mean so much better. I still don't care about Luca. And Mary shit.
And who is Cat Noir?
Well, I don't know, since we're supposed to keep our identities secret.
I appreciate that you're not acting like a creepy stalker anymore. I appreciate that you've changed, but for God's sake, try to make sense, please! Is it really that hard to make sense? Overall, Season 4 so far is a big disappointment. I actually had high hopes for this season. I actually thought this series will get better. I used to highly doubt that this series will get better after Miracle Queen. I'll be damned if this series gets better and better, because I don't think it will after this... I should have stayed doubtful. Because I should have known. I should have known that this series doesn't know how to get better. Everything was ruined thanks to Gang of Secrets. Why reveal yourself to her, but not him? Because we're supposed to remain a secret. Then why did you reveal yourself to her? Keep yourself a secret to Cat Noir, but not her? Are you with him or against him? The show is officially ruined. The show is already ruined by Miracle Queen, but I never knew it was actually possible to ruin something even more. Even after being completely ruined, they managed to ruin this show even more. Are the writers trying to get the Guinness World Record for the worst writing in TV history? But this is just the beginning of Season 4. I'm still going to keep on watching this shit show simply because I'm curious about what's going to happen next. You know what? I take back what I said. Mary shit is not irredeemable. I still believe that she can be redeemed. It's never too late to change. It's always possible to change, even if it's unlikely. So, I'm fine with her being a hypocrite as long as she acknowledges it. Will she ever acknowledge the fact that she's a goddamn hypocrite? Because I think that is the only way for her to be redeemed. Realizing the fact that she is a hypocrite, and realizing the fact that she hasn't been appreciating Cat Noir enough. If she will realize those things, and if she will change for the better, then I will like her again. Even though that this show is completely ruined, I still think it can be redeemed. The writers just need to be more competent. That's all they need. Competence and consistency and sense. And don't worry guys, I still haven't lost all of my energy. I can still watch this garbage. I can keep on going. I can still survive. We can still survive. You know, I just realized something. This guy is never going to be akumatized ever again thanks to her magical charm, right? Okay, but how do you explain this? In this episode, the ending implied that he's going to get akumatized again in the future. So does that mean these magical charm thingies are frauds? Huh? Another thing I've noticed. What the hell is the Bunny Miraculous doing there? Huh? What is this thing doing in the Miracle Box? I thought Tornado has it all this time. How did it get there in the first place, huh? Well, that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. You guys are the best. Next video, I'm going to be talking about... No, seriously, I really will talk about her. Just don't forget to subscribe and like. Stay cool, stay safe, and stay tuned for my upcoming long-awaited rant about...